Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. We are going to be focusing on an assassin's hideout today as our featured build thingamajigger for this video. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The idea is I want to make basically a hole in the ground with a little bit of network, a little bit of things going on. It's just going to be one room underneath, and it's going to be like some kind of, I guess, an abandoned stash where, say, a bunch of bandits had dug out in order to hide and stash their treasure, but it's been long since forgotten and it's not used anymore. And I thought it'd be a good idea to hide it under a tree, seeing that this is one of the really tall trees. I thought it was a cool idea to go ahead and put it next to it. As a marker, so that's something that you could think about when you're making your thingamajigger. Make sure that it's next to a tree. So the idea, what I want to do to start off is I want to first of all make the entrance in. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and do that. Just use jungle wood, build it over the top. And then we're going to use a trapdoor, and then that'll be our entrance into this thing. And then around it, I'm going to go ahead and use stuff like this and stuff like that. And we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then we can change the biomes and get our little grassy, jaffy thingamajiggers that we want. Just like that, and then let's get this one into mossy. And there we go, that's what we want right there. Perfect. And then we want some half slabs and stuff. So like this is basically, the detailing is kind of just straightforward, but you want to make it look like it's old, or I mean, it depends on what the story behind your specific hideout would be, but my hideout is old, and so that is what we're going to do with it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and build this down now. So we want to make the entrance kind of big because, you know, this is just big enough for one person here. Whereas, maybe they could take away this whole, like, cover. And then they could put, like, a crane over it and, like, hook it to the tree. And then that's how they would lift and lower some larger, heavier chests and stuff. But yeah, that is the idea. That's why I did that. So now we're just going to go ahead and dig away a little bit. We don't want to dig away too much. We just want to kind of get the idea that this is a small hideout. And we're not going to have, I think we're going to focus on having gravel and dirt as the walls down here. I'm going to make it one deeper just because I think that that is a nice depth to have it at. And also we want to have a little bit of water down here, so like it looks like the, you know, the water from up above has trickled down and is, there we go, collecting down here. So this is all going to be water here, and then it's going to come down to, say, a little like ramp that's going to come across to here, and then this is where the actual hideout's going to be. So the thing to remember now is just kind of throwing it together and figuring out what detail you have. And we're making an assassin's hideout, so it's kind of out in the middle of the woods, and this is inspired from actually a Witcher hideout. During one of the quests on Witcher, you run across another Witcher from the School of the Cat. And he, since you spare his life for doing what he had done, which was pretty gruesome, he gave you the basically the way to his hideout. And it's bigger than this, but it's still the basic idea of that. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse really quick as I texture this up, and then I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and put some light in here because that'll help you guys see, obviously. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and just make it into a mixture of gravel and dirt. And Alrighty guys, well there we go, and that is the inside of our little hideout thing, and I really like the idea of having it dirt and clay, because when you go into really any kind of cave or anything, it's not the stone color. Like, I mean that's what we all do in Minecraft. That's just how it's done. But you know, in normal real life kind of thing, it's not like this gray stone. Usually it's brown and, you know, just all, you know, brownish. But anyways, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and put up some supports, because obviously a cave like this would need some kind of support to hold it up, because it probably would be liable to collapse. So we're just gonna do that really quick, just like so, and then some little bits of this kind of wood across the ceiling to help it all come together. So let's just do one here, just like that, and then one just like this right across, and then one right across the top, just like that. Just enough to say, hey, there is something up there that is holding the roof together. And because something like this would, yeah, probably collapse pretty quick. So there we go, got that. And then we can go ahead and do this. And then that will be our supports, just like that. Now let's go ahead and make our ladder up, because this is obviously how you would get down into the depths of our place that the assassin would call home. It's not definitely, this place is definitely not like anything special. Like there's really no okay, I guess you can't walk over that. Alright, well whatever, we're just gonna have to take that out then, and we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, it's nothing special. There's really no there's nothing to it really. It's just kind of how it is, and it's okay. I'm pretty happy with it. That's what I wanted to do. I want it to be just this kind of like safe house where somebody could go if they're being, you know, chased after. And so that is what this is. So now what we want to do is fill this with water. So we're going to do fill our water and 5, because that's just all we need. And we don't want any of that reeds in there. That's these reeds come from the Better Foliage mod, what I'm using. You can also get that with the Conquest Launcher that is available. So okay, so now the bed, that's what we want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just place down some hay blocks right here. I think that's a good place for it. And that is where our assassin is going to call his home, right there. And then we want to put the occasional like chest around, so like chest there, and then a chest up there. And then obviously, being an assassin, you probably want to be, you know, checking your weapons and such. And so my idea is maybe have like, you know, okay, maybe he likes his axe. Maybe he's an axe kind of assassin. We don't have any knives or anything in the pack, which is actually unfortunate. I mean, we have that little like skinny knife thing, but even that, I don't think that that works properly for what I am talking about. But yeah, anyway, that's just what we got, and it works just fine, so I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, we want the, there we go, the back, just like that. And so this is where he would just come and work on his things that he needs to work on. Now, it'd probably be pretty wet in here, but then again, all the water would hopefully go down into that little bit over here. I'm gonna, actually, no, I can't do that because then it'll be really weird. But yeah, this over here is where all the water would go. Alright, so another thing that we can add in that this is actually for the lighting purposes is hang a lantern, or not a lantern, a thing of candles from here, which actually works pretty well. We'll go ahead and hang it by a rope to the top. And then we're going to do that invisible fire. Now, the invisible fire, for those of you that are going to be asking, is only available with the Everything on Everything plugin. And the Everything on Everything plugin is only available on the raven.org server. So, I apologize that you guys can't use that. It's basically, the invisible fire is designed to be lighting for things that don't really produce light. Like, obviously, this is a brewing stand, and that doesn't produce light, so the invisible fire, that is the alternative that makes it actually work. So that's why we use that, and it works pretty well. Works really well, actually, and I like it. The only problem is that you burn when you go over it. It doesn't matter though. I mean, it's just kind of a tertiary thing, but yeah. So cool. So now we're going to go ahead and put a carpet here because obviously we want the little guy to be cozy down here. It would be nice to have some kind of little fireplace. I'm thinking right here maybe. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. And then maybe the fire is right here. Like just imagine a small fire. Like not the big roaring fire that we usually have for... for stuff like this, but just a little fire like that, and then the smoke, you know, would go up here, I guess. Like he could open up that little thing and then the smoke would go out, but I think that he would probably, since this is a hideout, he would want to stay relatively, you know, he doesn't want people to know that he's here, so he wants to stay, you know, unknown. So let's go ahead and put a bag there. You know, different kind of foods hanging around. We don't want that. So let's go ahead and grab the bag, and then some hanging leaves there. We don't want fish there. We want something right there in that corner. And we don't want fish. I want some meat of some sort, like that. Yeah, that's fine. Even though that's not fine, but there we go. That's fine. And so there we go. This is looking pretty good. Obviously, I mean, typically an assassin would have a place, I guess, to bring someone down because maybe he wants to hide some dead body or maybe he wants to do something. But this assassin, he's a good assassin, so you know, he kills him and then he just throws him into a pit of fire. I mean, there's some lava down the hill, and they could throw him in there. Yeah. But anyways. I want to put like a message board up, like maybe like where he has a bunch of messages, like maybe like orders or something from his contracts. That's pretty. No, what I want is that one right there, and that looks good. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And so a couple last details that we can add in is like a basket or like this thing. Like maybe he goes on the occasional fishing trip and he needs a net. That is a good idea, right? Alright, anyways. Let's go ahead and put some weapons here. There we go, some swords and a little hammer there. That's cool. And we got some room for a detail here in the corner. This could actually be a pot back here. Because pots are cool, right? There we go. And then a little pot, like that. Okay, so a pot and a little pot. Nothing like a pot. Maybe it's a honey pot. Yeah, so, and a chest. We're going to go ahead and put a chest somewhere right up there. Even though it's a little repetitive like that, but still it looks pretty nice, I think. And I think that that actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty good with this. This little bit up here, I think, could use a little bit more detail. I think what I could do is just do this. If I can get that in there. There we go. And then like just do this kind of randomly around. Just kind of like this, you know. And I think that that will actually do it. Is just putting some random things like that just to make it look a little bit nicer. Give it a little bit more character. Like that. Cool. Cool. It's just some stuff to hold back the earth and keep it, you know, keep it there. And then maybe actually, there's also another cool thing we can do is add some signs in, but there's really nowhere we can add the signs, to be honest. Yeah, unfortunately, no. I mean, we could add item frames, but it look a little weird. So anyway, cool beans, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, we come up here. Yeah, take that out. And I guess what we could do, actually, is cover it more with gravel. And then around the top, we could do this. Like, now we're just doing some last-minute detailing up here on the surface, just to give it a little bit more of a, make it look a little bit nicer. We'll make the path out this way. And yeah, so that's cool, just like that. We don't want it to be very visible from above ground. We want it to sort of be hidden away. And I think another better way to hide it away is change. I wish that there was a dirt one that we could change. Is that? No. There has to be a dirt one. Where's that? I'm fine with that too. So, just adding in dirt like that, really hides it away a little bit more. Because if it was gravel, it kind of just blends in. Like, it kind of just, like, stands out. Because there's really not much gravel around. And, yeah, with adding that in, it's pretty good. So, let's add in a couple little bushes just to say, or little trees, just to say that this is a little bit more hidden. There we go. And maybe just like a couple leaves around there. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just kind of throwing it around. And then that's pretty good. So then you kind of are walking through the woods and like you're looking for the assassin. You're like, where did he go? Where did he go? All the while he's down here in his hideout, having a good old time, making his coffee. Yes, that's what he's doing. He's making his coffee. And you're still running around the woods just with your swords and your axes and your pitchforks looking for who killed your cow. Yeah. This is Ezio. Actually, I'm going to actually name this as an Easter egg. I forget his full name. I'm just going to say Ezio the Assassin. So, Ezio. Le Assassin. We call it Assassino. I don't know. Le Assassino. Ezio le Assassino. Oh, something like that. But yeah, that is the Assassin's Hideout. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe it inspired you to make an Assassin's place of yourself. To get here, all you gotta do is come on the raven.org server and do /warpkevixdone, and that'll take you to across the hill to the other side. And all you gotta do is come this way and look for the burnt house, and then go behind it and go to this tree, and you will find the Assassin's Hideout right here. And I'm probably gonna do some more blending in and post the video and such, but that is the idea. This is what we have done. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.